So this is just the teaser for the beginning of the video when I then jump into part 2 showing you, but I wanted you to get a base and showing you how we got there. But I wanted you to get a base of what we're ultimately going to. So when you're looking at it, just remember that the end result is going to be similar to this. And also keep in mind, as I'll state in the end of the video, that if the system shows any mirroring through of the block behind it, it's being trashed. I'll go back to a more reliable system. But I'm ultimately working on a system that's going to be very reasonable for all you gentle men and women to use. Take care. Thanks. Bye. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to keep talking. Oh, please, 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 please. That's a bunch of pleases. Give me a thumbs up or down. This is a rapid set, a quick set mortar mix. That hole needs to be filled. Helmet cam. We'll give it a little bit of integral colors. That's way too much, but we'll go from there. Let's put that down there for a second. This one we can mix a lot by hand, it's so small. Oh, got a little stick there, huh? Move that out of the way first. Integral color. Oops. Oh, there it is. That's Schofield. Schofield product. Now, there we go. Let's just grab it. There we go. There we go. There we go. How beautiful is that, right? I shouldn't do the lift so much. It's about a 2-inch lift, but I've got this pretty tacked up. That fiber and all really makes it a little more, changes the slump a lot for me, in my favor. Press it in there so it seats. Cut it off again. I'll be patient enough to let it set up and go again. For a second. Oh, wait a minute. We're here. So that is just Rapid Says product. Use a stamp over top of a block wall. So that's just block. Well, I did in this one. I did lay the block. They were mortared in, and then this went over the face of it. What you should take note of is you don't see any cracking, any mirroring of the cracks, any shadowing of the cracks, or however you like to refer to it in your neck of the woods, if you will. None showing through a block. And yet this block, this is on block. This took some time to do. I won't do it like this again, not unless I'm really getting paid. But this is a stamp. So I lay the product on there, put the release on, stamp it, and then go again real fast. Rapid Sets mortar mix. And then I taped, after I finished, I taped up, right, then I taped everything off, and then I went back with the same Rapid Set product and I sprayed it. I mixed it into a watered down mix. I added some, well, no, that was it. No, I just mixed it into a watered down mix. I sprayed it out of a hopper, and then I came back with a brush as it was setting up, knocking it down here. Since I added a dye to the Rapid Set, and so then I knocked down. So this is the Rapid Set in the background. This is the color of the Rapid Set right there. So then I knocked it down, this product here with a brush to let the little specks of white show through. and that's what you get. That's the block wall internally. That is that. The stamps I used, yeah, I got a lot of working springtime, fall here. And I've got a lot of things I'm moving around. The stamp I used on this one is this one. Well, I used the flexible one, not the rigid. So it would be, oh, it's not out here. Okay, so I used this stamp, this pattern on that wall to develop that. I got a fence going in, everything. It's a big long weekend. I don't know if I'll get it done though. Tomorrow's Sunday already. So this is what it looks like. Somebody likes concrete. It's a concrete pump. So what was this going? This is finished with, it's a fiberglass. It's a fiberglass over top of the block. But I used the rapid set to give me a lot of leveling over the block to get it level, because, or plumb, if you will, the plane flat. Because the rapid set's going to be a lot faster. You saw what it can do over there. I don't have to worry about it cracking coming through. It's not like I'm using Portland and then cracks will come through and I'm dealing with the expansion of the cracks. This stuff, I don't have to deal with the expansion of it. I've watched that through 3 winters now, that product in the back. This is 2 winters when I finally decide that this is ready to go. This is a part of, I don't know what part of the videos I am in series-wise to show it to you, but this is way down the line in the videos. This is a mixture of rapid set and the fiberglass product. This last section here, as you can see, it's really beautiful, and it's very thin, but we have it on 2 sides. Now on the top, I'll finish the top. I'll finish the top off with a stone or something like that. I'm not sure. After I laid this block in a radius dry stacking this block, then using a fiber mesh and a combination of rapid set. The combination of product I use in the beginning is quick wall with rapid set. And let's get you an idea of what this looks like. So this was an experiment that I did, trying to show people that using Portland cement. Now this is Portland. Using Portland cement with lime and sand. This is what you're looking at here. Right up to here. Then I switched to gray cement, and look what we have. Effervescence. Effervescence. This is where it's transitioned over. It's not a stone wall. This is that rapid set product. And also, I'm sorry, this is a quick wall. Rapid set's on the other side now. And this is textured on. And then a joint went on top of it. And so it looks like that. That's where we just were. Oops, looks like I gotta get that tool cleaned up. So this is what it looks like. There's the fiber in it. Now that's the rapid set product, along with the on that part, along with the quick wall. I like the quick rapid set because it set it up faster. It gave a faster set to there. Plus you know, it's a hard product. It's like a combination of both worlds. I'm really enjoying it. This wall will get redone though with the quick wall and rapid set together combo. Okay guys, look, I'm experimenting with a new product, a new technique rather, engineering a new technique here. So for me, and so this is fiberglass base. So my intentions are that the base is flexible, or non-flexible rather, is that it won't move for the loads that apply to it. Then I just simply grab this masonry mix. This is a $8 a bag for 80 pounds roughly, and then I apply it as such. You'll see. Now you got to put it on kind of thick over here because we don't want the mirroring of the joints to show through on the on a rainy day. This has been dyed, and so I'm going to see what it dries like also. Now this is a committed section for at least 2 years. I won't do anything with it. So we're looking at a committed section. Ultimately, it will start to look like that stone house there, is what my intentions are. Again, you see how it is. I'm trying not to develop a pattern by already by doing right strokes all the time. So I've got to switch my hand up a little bit and do a random up and down pattern to randomize this. Now this takes a lot more than you would think as far as materials. To do the stone. This is an 80-pound bag, and you're going to see what develops from it. Same thing with the edge. It's starting to taper off to look like an edge. So let's give it a little bit of height there, a little more depth, and like that. There's the stone, and I do have a stamp. I may just play around with the stamp, but I find it easier to not use a stamp. And the depth that this creates, I used the stamp before, the depth that this creates is much more interesting than a stamp, because the shadow lines, as you can see, shadow, it's already creating character. Whereas, so now I come here like this little spot there, right? So now I can make my own pattern of stone. So I'm having fun with the small margin trowel. Just wanted to do, just to show you what the small margin trowel, and I'll switch over, but you can get different patterns or textures. Remember, this is about the lighting, is what I've discovered, is that how the light will make this thing get depth. And so these high points and low points may look like stucco ultimately, but when you carve it in, you see it looks like stone again. And the depth from the lighting, the natural lighting, ambient lighting, is just amazing how it works much better than a stamp. I threw some fiber in this. I put the fiber in. Stone normally wouldn't be this rough, but the character, the shadows, like I said, come out to be better if you're going to duplicate stone. To do this, in my humble opinion on this. And we're talking about, budget materials and doing it fast without spending, being a damn artist, spending forever trying to apply it. I'm making this so Joe fella and Joe woman can do this. Not Joe expert. Joe expert. This is what this engineering is about. It's trying to engineer something that's simple and yet very costly looking, or expensive looking, people like that look. Again, I'm doing the wrong pattern. I'm duplicating my right. So this is why I switched over to this masonry mix in this round on this wall here. I wanted to see if I can, it's $20 a bag for the fiber, and sure enough, I've done this in fiber and a rapid set. But now let's try it at the $8 bag of Portland masonry mix. And let's also try it with some fiber in there. The fiber is reasonable. It's like $8 a bag, and you can buy a couple of bags and pay for shipping for one item. They'll ship both 2 pounds for it, multiple places. If you contact me, I'll give you the location, the information, if you want the fiber. Keep my inspiration going. So that's the larger one. Let's do that again. A little bit there. So these corners, you can dig out a bit. See how corners are? Every now and then you can dig out a corner. That's a corner. This would be flat there. this would be maybe like that. So we'll do this one. Well, this has got Schofield dye in it. Now I'm using this product to see what it dries like, to see if how dark it will be, or is it going to just be gray. And we're going to find out the hard way. That means I've already finished this wall and then see the results instead of doing this. This is my sample. This is my engineered sample of this product. Big stone, let's do another small stone. Let's relief it, come over, cut it again. Shadows I'm thinking about, so let's do that. And then maybe this stone will be a larger stone. And then I'm looking at the stones, so this stone would go up maybe a little bit. And then this stone might be just only, well, there it is over there, so this would be a big stone. So guys, what's very important to get here is that the base is fiberglass. Big stone. So I'm not worried, and the wall is very stable. It is not flexing. It's got no movement that I'm worried about mirroring through as far as movement goes. This wall has proved itself to be stable. Bigger joint. And the system does. All the joints are the same, right? Some joints are bigger than the others. There's veneer that's going on. All I need to make sure it doesn't have a shrinkage drying cracks going on. That's it, and it bonds to the surface. I am not worried about etc. Just shrinkage drying cracks, which I would talk to you about if you were out today. You would definitely have a tarp out here. You'd be protecting your wall. Not so much trying to keep the surface, you try to keep the evaporation down. This is fall now, so this is one of the better times I find to play around with your stone systems. The evaporation is way down at 70 degrees out there, and it's beautiful. That part of it. Otherwise, you do a small section, wet down your tarp, lay your tarp across this wall, keep that thing. So let's go ahead. I won't be using that. Slowly evaporate. Probably this anymore right now. I have a small pointer I use for this too, and I'll show you that in a minute. It's wet. This, hopefully, this thicker layer here will stop the mirroring. We won't know that until, well, tomorrow I might sample it, and if it does mirror through, I will be for sure to comment on that with you guys, to say this system I don't recommend. I don't want a system that mirrors through, not even temporarily through a rain and then drying. And if that's the case, we have to go to thicker layer, which we're not going to do, cost-wise and time-wise, and it's just driving you crazy. Or we have to switch our products over, which I have a new mix I'm working on too. Engineering a mix with using Rapid Set and Portland. Not ready to share that yet, mostly because the materials aren't easy to get. Rapid Set company working with me here, sent me a bag of CSA, which is not normally accessible in most markets unless you buy a pallet of it. So I'm trying to figure out how to make that accessible with the amount of CSA inside, say Rapid Set's one of their mortar mixers, the quantity, to see what the ratios I can make work. That's nice, a rapid set to work with me. So rapid set's real nice with me. You know, no charge. They send me materials, and I really appreciate that for my experimenting. And of course, that's I don't mind saying it's a great product. I do really recommend rapid set. I wish it was more cost. Cost. I wish it costs less. But even with that said, I still find myself, working to make it into a hybrid mix. It really, the time is so important. If you notice in the background of the video there, you saw me just pull that out. I felt as though it was just loose, and I'm just redoing it. Just bam. I'm showing you, just go right back over it. Just pull it out. Don't stay committed to that a bad section if you find something might be defective, and reshape it. But yeah, again, Rapid Set, a shout out to them. They're awesome. From me, thank you. With the tool, so I got to be careful not to create that suction effect, right? Pulling off one section and then doing that. So some of this will be lower than the other. So see, I'll take this down a little bit. So it will be high. It will be higher on this side, and well, higher on top of the face of this, and less and more even on this side. That's the way it would be normally, right? Like a lot of this stuff there. Like over there, the joints are high and low. So you just saw me put that bag over there. That wasn't for marketing. That's to protect my mortar mix from skimming over, keeping the sun off of it. So yeah, the bag you can just lay that in your pan over top of your product and keep on moving. Just things like that. It counts. It adds up. Okay, so the camera died. I don't know where I left off at. This is where we're getting charcoal water. I'm not sure where I left off, so I'm not fully repeating it. Add water, add the charcoal to it. Just let it mix. Let's come over here and work the stone. So remember. So what are the odds that I would stop it like that? So here's a round corner. Let's go ahead and make that a straight piece now. So that would be straight. And maybe a little heavy, little heavy on the straight. So I'm beveling it back. And then right there is where they're going to meet. Right there is where they meet. So there we go. Okay, that's not sharp. That would be like that. Stone, stone, stone. Now, little stone. Little stone. Stone. So I'm going to stay off the ground on that one. I don't want to separate the ground piece. So tough luck if it looks a little weird stopping there. Looks like it's coming out of the ground at that point. And we'll do stone. We'll do a little stone. This joint's going to match up. It's going to be like a long joint there. Whoops. So right there, you see what happened there again. I pulled it away. Friction, pulled it away. See if I can get it back in there. I think it's okay. That's why I'm cutting it away. Okay. So then stone, stone, little stone. This would be a big stone. Kind of on two angles. kind of like this. Big stone. There we go. So you see the stonework coming in. Let's see. This one will be a kind of a weird stone, I think. Something like that. Kind of pointed. So guys, I'll go back and go over the, which I already did, and I'll give it even more character, more depth, more inconsistency. I don't like parallel lines. We really don't want, well, you might, but I don't want the parallel lines. I want inconsistency. I want some weird stuff going on with stones. You know, you just can't have stones any way you like. So, like that's a weird round stone there, but I address that later, tying it in and then chip and a big mortar joint, as it would appear in nature. Don't try to be perfect. Pretend like the guy says it's the best I can have. So then you match this joint up coming across. This one goes here. It's already setting up pretty damn good. Okay, I still got to do some base to finish this stone, but let's see. Right here is an odd thing going on. Okay, so now you see that. Well, let's put this stone right. This one. It's a big stone to the next of it. You got to sort of visualize it. I'd say a weird stone like this. It's a radius. So a radius, you'd have to have smaller stones, right? You can't just get a radius of big stones. So I'm going to have to make it smaller stones here, so it would really be like a radius. So every now and then you're going to have to widen these things up. Symmetrical is no good. So these are good. That's wider, wider, wider. And be careful you keep widening up on the same spot, which I was just doing. So you see again, fiber in there. I added fiber. It's just fiber I purchased by the pound, and it's about $8 a pound. 3/4 inch fiber. You can for sure use half. Half is what they have in here, I believe. Is what the other product used. Roughly half. Looks like half. Maybe it's no, it's half. That looks like ½ inch. Remember the bottom. Really got to take care of that bottom. All right. Now while I'm here, I'm going to do a couple of repairs real quickly down here before I. So by the time I get down here, this will be pretty set. So I'm going to use this really heavy slump product right now to help me address this while I start working on my rest of my mix. Remember, it's going to get textured, so I don't have to be too critical with this, of making this level. But I do want to be critical of not having any cracks before I start covering it. So right here is where I'd be worried about cracks. But looks like I got away with it at this point. Remember, this is where it's going. What it's going to look like. The ultimate, well, one of the ultimate ends. I am not sure. You know, this has got a 2-year period to watch it. A couple of cycles in winter, and also some rain to see if it mirrors through. If it mirrors through, there's nothing to wait for. It's just being trashed. The system won't be acceptable to me. So this is just showing you a stage of it, and let's get more videos up for you like this. Take care.